Ist der schon unterwegs?
And we are live, folks. I'm Nate Galper here with Ryan Wallace in Radotín, Czech Republic, only a couple kilometers from the main city of Prague. Ryan, how are you doing today before this game gets kicked off?
Yeah, good. Don't worry about me. This is a big one. Cologne and friends versus the home team LCC Custodes. I think this is the last group play game before we get semifinal.
Just quickly getting off to substitute. And
yeah, it's just fun for you now. You're here in Radotín. You've spent some time with me in Germany after we were in Poland for the European Championship, and you actually spent some time with these guys in Cologne, went to some practices, so you're getting the full European lacrosse experience, just like we promised. Wide pass, errant pass goes wide for Radotín, picked back up, late in the shot clock, under 10. High pass wide for Search. He's also one of the younger players that came out of the Wolves program, and now that he's kind of hit his growth spurt, now he's on the floor here with these LCC Custodes, scoring goals, making plays.
Yeah, Marius ends up getting a turnover. And it stays Cologne ball. Wow, great little flip to mark their captain. Wow, and a goal. Great quick stick.
Yeah, so just like we've talked about, that's a great feed from Mark Brandenberger over to the back left side. Justin Vismer catches that right into his shot and does the exact same thing as Prohaska on his goal and puts it in over the goalie's shoulder before he can come across. And again, we've got a lefty goalie for the Custodes, so not something you see a lot. So he's coming across with that stick, and Vismer just finds that space on the backside before the goalie can get over. Vimel on the faceoff, picked up by number 9, Adam Krupa, and he'll settle and substitute. Substitution is playing as big of a part of the game in box lacrosse. If you come out of the box early or late, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation. Pass to number 23, Jakub Lukáš. He's expect to hear his name tonight as he shoots right into the goalie, picked up by Fuchs. Restarted over to Cologne. Hit as he passed. Cologne with a 4-on-3. They'll opt to settle as Brandenburger carries it into the middle. Big contact there with Hayek. Over to Dada, David Beckman. Turnover almost picked up by Vismer. Cologne's got too many there. The referees don't notice, so it's lucky for them. Didn't have any impact on the play as the shot goes high. That'd be one of those situations where you say the ball doesn't lie. Right, Nate?
The ball definitely doesn't lie, unless the ball is your wife when you leave at night to go get some more Cheez-Its. Then the ball lies. However, we're back here. Offensively, the Czechs, wow, that wasn't even a quick stick. He pretty much was already in his shooting form as the ball was on its way out. As 77, that's Tim Wunderlich getting his degree in nursing right now. As Jonas, great player, only been playing for approximately 3 years, and he's definitely a great prospect for this German national team, specifically on the field. So I'm very curious to see. I've played sixes with him once, how his game turns on in the next couple of years. As Mark Brandenburger hustles back like LeBron James in 2016 to block Iguodala. Wow. Oh, now favorite of mine, Leon Westling. He's just a great defensive player. Lenny Noring gets the ball, pushes it back to the left side. Him and his buddy Justin actually have a friendly competition on who's going to have more points by the end of this tournament, as Justin is just a phenomenal shooter, while Lenny is kind of that rough and dirty small guy that does all the scrappy work.
Breakout substitution on the defense, handled by number 41, Simon Thomas Hayek, and then the shot from Krupa. Cologne picks up the rebound, brought down the field by Thomas Niepel. Over to Brandenburger. He'll run right through the middle of the defense, looking for an open man, finds Vismer on the backside, just like before. Looking for Wolters. He jumps from behind. Goalie ends up on top of him. It's going to be a red ball. He's in the crease. So even though it looks like should be something there, you know, some kind of penalty or something, but when you're in the crease, that's the goalie's crease. Ball brought up by Tomasz Jacek. Over to Prohaska. Stefan Friedel, another young player coming out of the Wolves program here on this LCC senior team. Lukasz gets to the middle. Great player with a lot of composure. Picked up by Papadopoulos. He's brought down from behind. Penalty hand is up. Ball's still loose in the corner. Red needs to pick it up. Goalie's coming off. Ball's away, so it'll be man-up opportunity for Custodes, as Papadopoulos was brought down from behind. So we'll see the Cologne man-up offense here for the first time today. I believe that's our first penalty, right, Nate?
Yeah, definitely first penalty. I'm personally looking for number 15, Mark Brandenburger, to feed it probably some sort of skip lane from his right top side to the low lefty guy, who's in that lefty position. Not Justin, but in that low crease guy, number 12.
That's Flo Heller. Fun fact, Flo Heller is so Bavarian that even the rest of the Germans can't understand his accent. So he's definitely a Munich guy. He's as Munich as it gets. They open the gate through the middle, backside skip. Brandenburger down to Noring. Shot doesn't get through. Great save by number 2, Jakob Marisch. Loose ball picked up by Thomas Knotek. His dad is a big supporter here, big-time organizer here, and a longtime player here at this LCC club from way back. And Cologne almost got that ball back. Yuri Loskot takes a shot from the outside. Picked up by Red. That's number 62 in the corner, Wojtek Wojcik. 3-on-1 for Cologne. There's Noring, Vismer. LCC recovers, ball's loose in the crease. Picked up by the defense, long outlet pass on the money for 31. Simon Kuchera. And Kuchera to pull that out. And LCC goes back to even strength, 5-on-5, as Lukasz comes out of the penalty box. Back up top to Prochaska. Skip pass picked off by Brandenburger. Brandenburger's just everywhere. He'll go for the dunk.
Jesus, he looked like Mr. Fantastic or Elasti-Woman coming around with that. His arms just stretched to really make that look like a Wilt Chamberlain kind of hook shot to come past the keeper right there.
I think Stretch Armstrong's who you were looking for.
Yep, well, Stretch Armstrong was, but now in 2021, he's officially canceled, if you haven't heard the news. He was stretchy in places you shouldn't stretch near playgrounds. So now we're here, 3-1. Let's see how Cologne's going to answer from that.
Yeah, I think especially after a man-up opportunity, Cologne had a good chance. 3-1 is definitely a surmountable deficit, not anything to be worried about. But, of course, the scoring system here at the 2021 Frank Menschner Cup, you've got to win periods, so you can actually get points for periods rather than only winning games. Ball went out of bounds up into the netting, so it'll be a Cologne ball. Need to see if they can get their offense working, and that's not going to help. Loose ball picked up in the middle by number 15, Martin Hodon. He's another long-time LCC staple player. He's been here for a long time.
Now, the Radotín jerseys look like some sort of moat castle. I'm curious, Ryan, do you know what the symbolism as shot goes along?
By Tilo Fuchs with that glove hand. That was an excellent tic-tac-toe play for LCC, just like we've come to expect. And Tilo Fuchs just reached over, made that save with the glove hand on the crease dive. That was outstanding goalie play. Something we don't always talk about. We always talk about scoring goals, but got to give it up for the goalies when they make those. Another shot from Noring. Doesn't get through. Or did it get through? It looked like it just kind of trickled into the crease.
Just trickled, kind of like an old man's urine. But
So you were asking about the LCC jerseys, and I should know the answer to that question. I should know what the Custodes are and what they stand for, and I don't. And make sure I get an answer to that on this next period break. Search gets to the middle, low shot, kick save, Fuchs. And he throws a high outlet pass to Jonas Truch, who played with us in Passau. That's Jonas from Passau, plays in Erlangen, and short time, 3 seconds left. Brandenburger takes a shot at the buzzer. Brandenburger off the far pipe, and we are in intermission with that shot. And Cologne brings it back within one at the end of the first. Outstanding play by Brandenburger, both shot, clock, and field awareness. And you come to expect nothing less from the captain of this Cologne and Friends team.
Unbelievable. As we say, the stick has eyes, so he might have been going downhill a little bit, losing his angle, but being able to keep his stick above GLE in quite a pretty large fashion. His angle goes from about 20 degrees to maybe about a solid 60-degree shot, able to get right past the pipe and ricochet in.
So it's getting pretty hot here up in the booth. We'll take a short break at the end of one. Cologne trails the home team LCC Custodes 3-2. And we'll be right back for period number 2 after this.
on the buildings, and I can also see the old woman making goulash right from behind while being able to enjoy this lacrosse game. So I'm loving it.
Brandenburger up to Noring, over to Vismer, behind to what's Misha's last name? 37. Zinoviev. He's normally a goalie, playing out on the field here for the Frank Menschner Cup. Shot does not get through. Off of Hodon, picked up by Noring. He gets a rebound. Shot clock goes, but it's a reset. Push, and Cologne will get the ball back with a fresh 30. So this would be a great possession for Cologne to kind of step back into this game by putting one up on the board. Here comes number 77, Tim Wunderlich, out of the box. We haven't seen him in a while. Pick for Noring. Noring shot high over the goal, picked up by Vismer. Pick coming from Flo Heller. Vismer to the middle, finds Wunderlich, shot, and a great pick and roll off ball. So great time for Wunderlich to come off the bench and put up a point. Puts Cologne back tied even with the Custodes 3-3. So great team ball there from Cologne. You got to see more of that if they want to hang with and beat this home team here.
So Ryan, when the ball comes off of the boards or the glass, is there some backspin that comes to it? How do you go about catching a ball properly? Because in field, it's pretty difficult to catch a bounce pass.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are some got to push. Ball go to Custodes. The crowd doesn't like it. I think they didn't seem to mind when Cologne got the push before that. So you gotta cheer for it both ways, I guess. But it's hard to reason with the unreasonable. What'd you say, Nate?
It's very hard to reason with unreasonable people during unreasonable times. That's pretty reasonable as Cologne comes up the field. Look at this one-on-one. What's he gonna do?
Great save by Marsh. Picked up by Brandenburg on the rebound. He goes back to Beckman. Beckman opts to pull it out. And under pressure maintains the possession there. That was could have easily shot that one, but I guess he didn't like. As they say in Top Gun, I don't like how it looks, or it doesn't look good. Whatever Maverick says.
Yeah, normally my mom looks at me in the morning and says that does not look good. So I have similar views with that.
Not sure what the crowd is cheering, but I kind of imagine it's for sometimes you cheer for the visitors. Custodes very used to having the crowd on their side here on their home field. Home floor, pass wide, gets past Wunderlich, picked up in the corner, rebound Brandenburger, fresh 30. He looks for a shot, save Marish, and Custodes will clear the crease. Pass high, rebound, and the Americans. So interesting alliance there.
Yeah, definitely some sort of Axis Powers combo right here. And I love it. But now you got the Radotín team cheering in the meantime while the silence comes over the crowd of the Americans and Germans. So this is going to be great.
Lukash up to Prohaska, shot wide. Rebound off the boards, hits referee Greg Hart, visiting from Canada. Hits him in the back of the leg. I hope he's okay. Noring brings it up to Vismer. Strong side right, two lefties out on the left side.
Is Vismer also a field player or just box?
Yeah, I think one thing that's important is there's not very many only box players outside of the Czech Republic or Canada or the U.S. Everybody outside, Germany, Austria, everybody plays both because we just, outside of those hotbeds, everybody just wants to play as much as possible.
And is Vismer a Cologne native?
No, I think he's actually a Berlin guy. So interesting that he's playing for Cologne here. I could be wrong. Or I think he's actually a Hanover guy, so north of Germany, in between Cologne and Hamburg. My German geography is shockingly not that great. Great motion offense from Radotín. Gets a great look on cage for Knotek. Ball's loose in the back, picked up, wrap around, and a goal. So the loose ball that we thought was going to be picked up by Cologne, picked up by Radotín, and before you know it, it's in the goal. And the crowd certainly doesn't like it, except for, I think that's mostly moms over there.
Yeah, I am a big fan of the classic mom cheer. My mother personally was one of the greatest cheers I've ever heard. It was almost like a Herculaneum, just absolutely cheering while Pompeii is being rained down by Vesuvius.
Hercules, Hercules. So Radotín takes a 1-goal lead back here in the second quarter. Picked up by Patrick. relatively new player to lacrosse. Face dodge, Dada Beckman. Morris shoulder save, so a great shot, better save. And we go back to offense for Radotín, cross crease pass. And they'll move the ball up to number 18. Is that 18, Yuri Loskot?
Yeah, that is Lasko.
So Brian Whitmer, living here in Radotín, actually knows all these guys quite a bit better. His Czech pronunciation is a lot better than mine.
Especially when you decide to go into the middle of the field here, you are just igniting a fire. You are going to get lit up, and these guys have to come in with a lot of gumption to take those hits.
Yeah, the one thing about box players when they go back outside to play the field is that they're used to the contact, and so it just really seems a lot easier when you're used to this level of contact going into the middle and you know you're going to get hit. Brandenburger over to Zinoviev. Brandenburger to Wunderlich. They've got Flo Heller in the middle there. Pass high. Brandenburger can't bring it in. Shot clock. And they'll put it down. Picked up. Quick restart. Long pass. Breaking out of the box is Lukáš. And he'll finish with those textbook shot fakes that you come to expect from these great Radotín box players. So everything is playing between the whistles here.
You love to see the crowd get engaged, simultaneously the sticks banging on the walls. Just such a great atmosphere here in Radotín, and as that Friday night is setting, it's just creating an atmosphere where lacrosse community, food, beer, everything, it's just making a great combination of combo plate.
And it's actually a family atmosphere here too that maybe some people wouldn't expect. But yeah, like you said, it's Friday afternoon. People are getting off work. You'll see those stands across from us slowly fill up with players, friends, family, and just the people that live here. Everybody wants to be a part of this. And it's been a tradition here for almost 40 years. We celebrated the 40-year anniversary of lacrosse in Radotín when we were here at the Frank Menschner Cup last year. So this is 41. Cologne brings the ball down. They've played a lot of defense this quarter. Need to really extend those offensive possessions. Brandenburger, Marish sees it coming. And they'll push him out of the crease. Little pushing and shoving. Referee Greg Hart is there to break it up. Cologne trailing the home team, LCC Custodes, by 2 here in the second quarter of this last, I believe, of the pool play games before we get into the seedings. 3 minutes, under 3 here in the second. Ball moving from Radotín. Ball pass goes out of bounds. Don't see that very often.
Do not see that very often, primarily because there are walls on the grass, which is something strange for American lacrosse players.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, you being a San Diego guy, all the SEALs and the U.S. Boxland Nationals coming. Wismer's open on the backside. Marsh sees it coming, gets across. Great chance for Cologne. You got to take those. You don't get a guy that open on the goalie's backside very often. Hodon up to Knotek. Knotek over to Lukáš. Lukáš to Jacek. Lukáš was open in the middle. He just didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I was just going to say I'd love to see Radotín, as there's a fast break that's turning into a slow break. But Radotín's first quarter was just so great, crisp with their ball movement and unselfish, and I haven't seen much of that so far. I'd like to see them get back to that, and they just did. However, unlucky with one of the cutting teammates having his head down, maybe being a deceptive cutter, trying to make his defender not have his hands on him.
Shot from Brandenburger. He briefly looked off to see if Marsh was going to go across the crease. Struto bring it up slow in the corner to Knotek. Knotek shoots high off the nets, out of bounds, and Cologne ball. Yeah, it's interesting you said that you know, the Radotín offense hasn't looked as crisp here in the second quarter, but yet they've pulled out more of a lead here than they had in the first. Little hidden ball trick. Wunderlich to Wismer. Wismer's got Brandenburger sneaking around the back. Cutter in the middle. Pass gets through. Doesn't quite make it to Wunderlich. Picked up by Zinoviev. 5 seconds in the shot clock. Dada Beckman will take a shot. Hits a defender in the crease, so that will not reset the shot clock. Pass high. Bounces off the boards into the middle. Picked up by Anton Albrecht. Very strong, speedy defender. And Cologne comes back on offense. They'll get into their substitutions. Wunderlich free, takes a shot to the far pipe. Picked up by Heller, side to side. Back to Wunderlich. Can't handle that one. Pick from Brandenburger. Brandenburger's there. You can hear him talking. Shot, save. So some of that side-to-side ball movement that Cologne was doing such a great job of. Great hustle by Thomas Kniepel. Knew the ball was coming.
It's possible that the Brooklyn Dodgers, this American team here, might need Cologne to win in order to get some sort of playoff seeding. Is that possible? Or?
Actually, you're very. That's an astute observation, Nate. As the second period comes to an end, the American team is cheering for Cologne because I believe you're right. Even though Brooklyn has beaten 2 of the top 5 teams because they haven't won that many periods, their point standing in the overall bracket does not put them into the top finals. So yeah, Nate, I think you're right there. They do want Cologne to win so that it helps them when it comes to playoff seedings. We'll take a short break. Cologne trailing the LCC Custodes by 2 here in the second quarter from Radotín. I'm Ryan Wallace.
Nate Galper.
We'll be right back after these brief messages from our commercial sponsors. Welcome. Is the microphone on? Welcome back to the third period of our last of the pool play games here at the 2021 Frank Menschner Cup. LCC Custodes home team currently leading Cologne and Friends 5-3. LCC back into their offensive rotations. Motion offense that they do so well, side-to-side ball movement. And right on cue, a shot from number 8, Antonin Gottwald. Nope, sorry. That's Loscott, 18. Yeah, Yuri Loscott puts that in. I think the assist came from the backside, Thomas Notek. And just like a machine, I got the meaning of the jerseys and the mascot from head coach Brad MacArthur, mainstay fixture here at all the tournaments here in Radotín. Big collision there. Thomas Kniepel not bothered. He's looking for back up top. Flo Heller can't handle. Picked up by Vismer. Yeah, the Custodes is Latin for guards or guardian, and the jersey has a city crest of a flywheel and a brick wall as the city crest of Radotín. So. Well, like a mill wheel or like a gear, like a water-powered gear. So like a mill wheel. Picked up by Kniepel, shot off the backside, rebound. Picked up one hand. So the clearing clock is on. Let's see if the Custodes can regain and get the ball over the midline. Big hit from Antonin. Yeah, that was Anton Albrecht. We talked about him. So you got to be careful with those big hits, because if you're not playing the ball and you're just going to hit the guy, that can be a major penalty, and Cologne definitely does not need that right now. We already had one penalty from last game that resulted in an ejection. Brandenburger getting position. Referee, even though I think Brandenburger was looking for the push, referee Martin Bartushka, we call him Babushka, said that Gray touched it with his hand, so it'll be a Radotín ball.
Brandenburger literally looks like Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2, just chasing after his guy. It is insane to see this guy's facial structure while playing box. He's on another level. And now with Radotín coming in close, getting heavily pressured, but able to take that pressure away. Looks for a skip back to the top left, but just comes right off the stick of the Radotín player.
Yeah, that's Mate Barak, really great player. We haven't said his name much tonight. Let's expect to see him get active in the later parts of this game. And we've got delay of game on Hodon for moving the ball away from the Cologne player. So he'll go to the box, delay a game 1 minute. And Cologne, this could be what Cologne needs to restart their offense, trailing 6-3 here in the third period. Brandenburger, Wunderlich, and Wismar up top. Heller, Noring down low. They'll build their house. Move it down into the corners. Radotín as good in the 4-on-5 man-down defense as they are in settled offense. Pick from Wunderlich, opens Brandenburger up. He's looking for a shot. Back up top to Wismar. Wismar skips to Noring, doesn't get through. Loose ball. Check. Check from Schruta. Brandenburger's back in the mix after he gets back up. Vimola picks it up between two defenders. You could definitely describe Vimola as nifty, couldn't you, Nate?
Definitely could describe as nifty, especially with that size. That's not the type of adjective you use for someone that size. But supposedly at home, he loves quilting as well as woodworking, and so nifty would definitely be the right adjective.
Well, that quilting and woodworking is going to come in handy as Vimola is expecting a baby. And as we are talking about that for no reason at all, Radotín shot from a low angle just hits goalie Thilo Fuchs just right, and it rolls in, extending their lead 7-3 here in the third period. And I think that was Search that scored that one. Probably. Yeah, so that was Pavel Search. Am I saying that right? Search. Just try it harder. If you say it wrong, just try harder. Hodon comes out of the box. He's right into the mix. Not sure the Cologne players knew he was coming. Loose ball gathered by Mari Wolters gets that out of trouble, so Cologne can maintain this possession. Hidden ball trick, skip pass gets through to Wismar. Wismar looking for an empty spot, and his jump shot from behind does not go through. Hits the netting, and it'll be a red ball.
Yeah, red ball. Let's see how scrappy this game gets as it's starting to kind of, again, trickle away from Cologne. I'd love to see Cologne make some smart decisions rather than trying to just use their feisty young athleticism. I think the issue when you're a young team is you think you can beat everyone with your body, not your mind. But however, when you're playing against Czechs, as of course, number 16 for Radotín brings it in. Stepan, what an amazing take. Again, it's not that he's bigger, faster, stronger. It's that he's smarter with the use of his body, with understanding how it rolls, how it bounces off defenders. That's what makes a great offensive player, not just being athletic presence.
Well, it's interesting that we talked about playing the LCC Wolves, the younger team, so much because they had to play against bigger, older, more experienced players that were just stronger and they couldn't get through. So, you know, a player like Friedel and Knotek and Lukáš, they had to be crafty and shifty and learn how to use, momentum and weight shifts to their advantage. And you just saw it from Friedel there. He just went around his guy. Lukáš, right there on the play, knocks the ball loose, picks it up, even though he's being held. And he'll move the ball, well, maybe a little too much that time. That was maybe too much. And we've got loose ball push, gives the ball to Cologne. Not sure Cologne realizes it yet. Loose ball push, might get another delay here. Loose ball push gives the ball to Cologne, and I'm not sure Cologne or Radotín realized it. Somebody in the stands did.
Yeah, normally somebody in the stands is quick to call things out before the players themselves.
Behind the back pass from Visber to Heller doesn't get through. Smart play by Radotín not to get the push in the corner there. Anytime you push somebody, you reset the shot clock. Picked up by Vismer. 9 seconds in the shot clock. He's on his own. 2 defenders back. Shot high. Rebound picked up by Hodon. Quick outlet pass up to. Sorry, I don't have. Who is that? Number 8. I don't have him on the roster. I know he's familiar. We know him. Oh, Anthony Gottwald. That's right. There he is. Didn't sound like a very Czech name. Here's Loscott. He goes over the pick, side to side to Jacek. Jacek back to Friedel. Friedel just scored that last goal. Wasn't able to get that one through. Picked up by Prohaska. We haven't heard from him much since that first goal of the first quarter. Pass in the middle goes wide, out of bounds off the bounce. And Cologne will get it back, trailing by 5 here with coming up on 4 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, Cologne's really got to press it right now. But again, pressing it doesn't mean one dodge and go to goal. It means playing smart. As Lenny Noring faced off his rink to stick back. Ooh. Aggressive. That looks like it was almost going to go in on that right low pipe, but ends up slipping away from him.
Yeah, he was already on his way into the crease. Vimola definitely helped him there. So unlucky for Cologne there that they weren't able to do something with that, but Lenny had a good matchup there. Some space. But yeah, you're right. Pressing doesn't mean rushing.
And look, the off-ball movement of Radotín is what's getting them open. They're doing the easy work to get the goals, not the hard work. So if Cologne can learn something a little bit about that, just cycling somewhat like a fidget spinner is as the ball almost sneaks in.
Yeah, some really strange bounces there, but Cologne, Thomas Niepel picks that up, moves it up to Dada. He's got a pick from Wismer. David Beckman gets to the middle, save by Marish, grabs that rebound.
Something I saw with Dominic Peszek in the first game that we commentated was his poise and his ability to slow his feet down, which ultimately slows his mind down, to make a cool and calmer decision of where he wants to place the ball rather than winding up and just hoping that'll go in off a pipe shot right here with Radotín.
Yeah, Peszek was a longtime Custodes player and still one of the best Czech players of all time, but he's got an extreme amount of experience for scoring and field awareness, where he is around the crease and around the goal and where the goalie is. Goalie Thilo Fuchs, and one of the red players ran through the crease, first to touch. So you can't run through the crease and be the next person to touch the ball because you're gaining advantage. So one of Cologne's remaining chances here, they really need to turn this into something if they want to come close to catching up to Radotín here. Brandenburger one-on-one against Gottwald. He'll go side to side to Heller. Heller versus Hayek. Heller goes down, see if he can get out of there. Picked up by Noring. Brandenburger's open on the backside, can't corral that rebound.
And now there's some extracurricular activity.
So we've got 2 referees in there breaking that fight up between number 10 Noring and number 8 Gottwald. We'll bring them to the bench and we'll see what we got. So my guess will be matching coincidental minors. Nope, looks like Gottwald's getting more. So we've got 1 minute roughing for each, and then Gottwald got an additional 3 minutes for roughing, probably for pulling the helmet off or grabbing the face mask. I didn't see exactly what happened. So they'll both sit, and they'll bring the red in home to serve the additional penalty, so the 3 minute penalty, and both of those 2 players will sit in the bench until the next non-technical stoppage. So we've got 5-on-4. Cologne's opportunity to take over this game, if they can score a few goals on the man up, is right now with less than 2 remaining in the game.
And what I love is the youth players helping with operating the box down here. It's just amazing to see the youth players get as much experience as they can with the game, as now there's a lot of off-ball movement as a shot might come back over but gets saved by number 77. So just to be around the game, whether that's being the box security as an 11-year-old in Radotín, it just helps with the growth of the spirit of the game and everything that comes with it, even skill play.
Vimal under pressure from 3 Cologne defenders. Big body there. Radotín coming in to help. We got a loose ball along the boards. Can't exactly see what's happening. Vimal trying to get back up, get the ball. Clock is ticking. More players come to help. Two referees we got a penalty up right now. So it must be against Cologne. Ball's away, picked up by Prohaska. Open man in front of the net. Ball's loose, picked up by the goalie. And a little extra from Lukáš. And we've got a penalty from Martin Bartuška. And it looks like the penalty is going to be against number 41, Anton Albrecht, where they're waiting for him to come from the box. And I don't see any additional penalties being assessed, even though one of the red players is walking toward the box. So number 24, Search, came off to the penalty box, and I don't see a penalty against him. Well, they're not assessing a penalty. Interesting.
I was going to say one more penalty in that box. They're going to have to put some COVID restrictions in because it's getting pretty packed. But again,
you might be right. Okay, so 24 did get an illegal body check. So it looks like, so they're coincidental. I'm still not, oh yeah, Search, he must have, because he wouldn't be here. So we still have the 2 previous penalties, coincidental minors, and then we have additional coincidental minors. So we're still 4 on 5. Cologne should have 5, I believe. And from my last game earlier today, I definitely messed up this exact same situation. Yeah, so there he is. Okay, 4 on 5. Coincidental minors don't affect the floor strength. And there's still the red in-home serving the 3-minute major for roughing. And with less than a minute remaining, red is quite happy to run this clock out. So there's Loscott up along the midline. He gets a pick from Lukáš. The slip pick. Lukáš bails out of there, carries the ball in the corner. He'll carry behind the goal, handling the pressure from Niepel. He drops it. 2 Cologne players playing the loose ball in the corner, kicked out by Lukáš. Picked back up. Lukáš picks it up, takes a shot. Rebound off the goalie, and that'll reset the shot clock. And if that's out of bounds because of the Cologne door, then that would be, I think that ball went in the outdoor and out the indoor and back across the midfield. And it'll be a red ball because Cologne did not have the door closed. So that's an unfortunate piece of bad luck there at the end.
wow! What a great little shovel pass. The lefty coming down to his partner to really create an opportunity after that swim dodge.
So there's only 2 seconds left in the game. Loscott swims his defender and shovels it from behind the goal to Prohaska waiting up top, and Prohaska just buries it from right in front. So the coincidental minors are out. We're still serving 2 Czech penalties, and it'll still be 5 on 4. But if you can see the shot clock or the game clock there, Nate, I think there's only 2 seconds left in this.
Yeah, but 2 seconds is always enough time to screw something else up. So I really got to give it up to the refs right here for controlling the game, especially during that fight. I thought that was even smart to not even let the face-off occur.
Well, you know, the players could have decided to do that themselves, but great battle here from the LCC Custodes and the visiting Cologne and friends. 9-3 your final score. Great game here as the sun is starting to set here in Radotín on this beautiful Friday evening at the 2021 Frank Menschner Cup. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ryan Wallace.
Nate Galper.
And we'll be back in just about 15 minutes if you want to stay with us for more fun in the sun here in Radotín after these commercial messages.